Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Lindsay.
Mask on as well.
Have to, yes, absolutely.
You might think Dan's in blue this morning. Well, fear not. Dan knew to dress for the day.
We're ready. We're ready for Chiefs football. It's going to look a lot different, though.
So you've been working on some exciting coverage for today, too.
Yes, absolutely. And the tradition annually is that NBC airs the first game of the year with the defending Super Bowl champions. But obviously, it's going to look, sound, and feel a lot different. And we actually got to talk to the Sunday Night Football team to give us an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at how those broadcasts are going to look this year.
The Chiefs, clearly, to me, one of the top three teams going into the season.
A season that Al Michaels says will feel very different with analyst Chris Collinsworth and sideline reporter Michelle Tafoya.
But in terms of how we do the game, Chris and I will be in the booth, socially distant. Michelle will be not on the field, but a couple of rows back in the stands in what they call the moat.
Michaels heads into his 35th year calling NFL games, one that will now include routine COVID-19 testing.
It's a saliva test, and we put it in the test tube, and we send it back to, I think, someplace in Georgia, and then we get clearance to come to the game.
Of the roughly 170 people who work an NFL game on NBC at the stadiums, 20% will work remotely. Television production trucks will look drastically different, too.
We actually have had to add a truck so that every single person who works in a truck can be socially distanced. So everybody's going to wear a mask. Everybody will at least be 6 feet apart.
As lead producer, Fred Godelli decides what you see on TV. He'll have the benefit of some fans in attendance tonight. Other games, he won't.
We have to change some of our camera framings a little bit. We have to try to do our best not to show too many shots with empty seats, but they're going to be there.
So what will those games sound like?
I think what the NFL has come up with, where NFL Films curated 4 years worth of natural sound at every stadium, makes it about as authentic as it can be.
And the games will look different, too, with NBC adding a new 360-degree camera above the field.
When you have a dominant interior lineman, so we have Chris Jones and J.J. Watt on Thursday night. We have Aaron Donald and Zach Martin on Sunday night. You can now get in, from that Skycam perspective and for an intimate look on actually the techniques and the nuances by which these guys play.
Tonight's game and every Sunday night to follow will feel, look, and sound a little different. But NBC's team is ready for kickoff.
Once the game starts, we're back to football, and I know a lot of people can't wait for it to happen, me included.
We want to thank NBC Sports for that behind-the-scenes look at how they're going to broadcast these games. And, Lindsay, one other thing about those production trucks, they had to redo the air filtration system inside of these production trucks to keep all of those folks safe. Fred Godelli told me that they're hospital-grade now to make sure all the bad air is filtered out and everyone can work safely inside those production trucks.
Everybody's thinking of everything possible they can do to stay safe.
Absolutely.
By the way, Dan got to interview Al Michaels last week, and he's been talking about it since then. This was a thrill for you.
It was. I have been a huge Al Michaels fan since I was a kid. He's been such a mainstay in television sports for such a long time. You think about all the great moments that he's called, the Miracle on Ice, World Series, Super Bowl, NBA Finals. He was such an easygoing guy to talk to, and he'll be in the booth at Arrowhead tonight, socially distanced from Chris Collinsworth, but just to be able to get that insight from that team, they've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
This is a season they've never done before, and a season we've never experienced before either. So everyone's stepping into a new world, but Chiefs football is back tonight, and we're all really excited for it.
And the eyes of the nation on Kansas City, your Super Bowl champs. 41 Action News has full coverage today and this morning. We'll be right back.